You were training, I think, part of the offseason with Nick Gates, who, of course, is in the mix at offensive tackle. He's in the mix at center. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that training, what you saw from Nick, especially since there's a possibility he might be lining up next to you this season.
Yeah. Me and Nick Gates, spend a heavy amount of time training together in the off season. We're both from Las Vegas, Nevada, really good friends. So yeah, we got after it in the off season, and I've always thought he was a great player. I've always thought he was, he has what it takes to play. As far as where he goes, whether he lines up to me or any of the other spots, I just think Nick Gates could play any spot on the line. If he's good enough to play anywhere on that offensive line.
And then as a follow-up, I wanted to ask you about Coach Colombo. Obviously, he's a recently retired NFL player. He's been a coach for a few years. What kind of value does having a former NFL player, a guy who's not that far removed from the game, as your coach, what does that bring to you as a young player still trying to learn the game and get better at his craft?
Shulam was great. It's awesome having somebody that's actually been there, done that, 10 plus years playing. So he definitely has a lot of, inside information, as a player himself that, he can pass on to us. And, as far as, being there with us, he's one of us. He's one of the guys, of course, you separate the title, when he's coach, you have that respect line. But it's cool having, somebody that, is very similar to everybody in that room and kind of gets it, just gets it. And, that's something that, any offensive lineman appreciates, a guy that understands you, a guy that – because it's a very unique position, that you don't meet too many offensive linemen. There's not too many offensive linemen. It's a unique position. And then to have somebody that actually played there definitely helps us out a lot. We really like having him here.
Hey, Will, it seems like it was just a couple of days ago we were asking you about being a rookie and coming in and what you can lean on and learn from Nate Solder next to you. And now you might be in a position where you're going to have a rookie next to you on your left, Andrew Thomas, if he winds up there, and you'll be the veteran who has to kind of support him. First of all, how crazy is that timeline? And second of all, do you feel like you're ready for that role?
Yes, Tom, you're right. It really does seem like just yesterday that, I was a rookie and, behind Nate, and then now I might have the chance to do the same. All I'm going to say about that is, I'm not sure who's going to land in that position. I'm not sure, that I'll leave that up to the coaches. But as far as having that, I learned from the best. Nate Solder, really taught me a lot on the field and off the field. But, he also taught me unconsciously how to treat a rookie. I felt like I got treated by him, with the utmost respect, with the utmost, attention to detail, and wanting to help me to get better. And, it's just all those things I picked up from looking back at it now. And it's the same things, that I would instill in anybody that was brand new coming in and playing next to me. I would take a lot of the same things he did with me and add my own, personality to it. But definitely I learned a lot of valuable points from Nate.
I just want to ask you too, what's been your impression so far of Andrew? Obviously you haven't really been on the field to do much in pads and hitting and stuff, but what have you seen from the first round pick?
Oh, first he's a great guy. He can sing. He can really sing. He has a voice. He's a really smart guy. He gets things right away. He picks up, on a lot of the stuff that, coach talks to him about. He's able to, kind of absorb it and pick it up right away, which I think is very good. And, he just has that demeanor that you can see it through his, through his note taking, through his playing, through his practices, that he wants to get better. He wants to, do good, and so that's just some of the things I've seen from observing him lately. And, I think he's going to be, just fine. And he's doing great right now.
What's the best song? What does he sing for you guys?
He sang one song, made him get up there for the rookie song. But I don't remember the song name right now. All I knew is that it was good. I was like snapping my finger the entire time. It was a good song.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you.
Hey, Will. I was curious, like, how do you view how your season went last year, and in what ways do you feel like you need to improve? And then follow up on the singing. Were you aware that Marc Colombo was in a heavy metal band when he was a player?
Yeah, I mean, as far as last year, what's in the past is in the past. I've grown a lot since then. I really have been focusing on this new, the new offense, new techniques, new kind of like just a new attitude, for everything. I really, I think that we've gotten a lot better since the off season. At least me personally. And, I've been able to kind of like look back at a lot of things that, I did wrong or I didn't do as best as I could. And I've been able to correct them. And now I'm just focused on the future and what I'm doing now. And I was aware of it. I heard something about it. I saw something about it on social media, checked it out, watched his video, and, it was awesome.
Thanks, man.
George.
Hey, Will, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Paul? How's it going?
Good, man. How much, since you've been here, now you have a second regime change with coach and everything like that. And, you're a guy who I think we all can say, losing wears on you. You know what I mean? It doesn't like run off your back. You can feel it affects you. How much do you think it's affected you the last 2 years? And how much do you think enough of this? We have to move on. We have to start succeeding on the field here.
Yeah, I think a more appropriate word rather than affect me, I think it's motivated me. It's just it's just made me every single little thing that I do now is geared towards winning, towards how is this going to help me win? Is this going to help me win? Yes or no? No, okay, I'm not doing it. So I just feel like every single thing that I do now, whether it's on the field or off, I either do it or not with the purpose of winning.
Is that a change? In the past, are you maybe doing some things that weren't totally geared to that?
No, it's not, it wasn't intentional. It was just a lot of things that, I realized from experience, from things that I did. And so, I was just kind of learning about, the mistakes that we all make and learning from those mistakes. And, the motive's always been the same, win. But I think more than anything, what I did was I was learning from my own mistakes. And that same factor of wanting to win was always there. But now it's like, okay, I can't make those mistakes again because I still want to win.
What does the scheme change mean for you guys as an offensive line? I mean, we look at it and we see, Jason Garrett in Dallas and all the success they've had running the football. So I'm just curious as the, someone who's part of that offensive line, how you guys are viewing it.
Oh, we love it. We've always, just took the plays and the schemes that have been put in front of us and, try to do it to the best of our abilities. I've always loved running the ball. And, so I personally like it. I've been trying my hardest to be able to, get everything down so we can execute, and, but as far as liking it, I love it.
You expect it to be much more run heavy? I mean, not much more, but at least more run heavy. I mean, that seems to be the perception at least.
I don't really, I'm not really expecting anything or, wanting a certain, whatever the coaches throw at us, whatever plays they put on that call sheet, at the end of the day for the game, that's what we're going to run. And I'm going to be going just as hard, whether it's run, pass, play act, whatever it is.
In my experiences with you, you've always taken your job obviously so seriously. So I'm just wondering, as you head into this season, how much responsibility, or how would you describe the responsibility this offensive line has to be better, to help this offense really become much more explosive? Yeah,
that's, exactly right. The offensive line, has a big role in our success. We proudly carry the workload. We'll proudly, get to work and get things done. And we know it starts with us. And we're definitely going to do everything it takes to get after it and make it happen.